Welcome to the Raw Talk. Today I have Gage, HALFDEADVAY, one of my closest friends. I mean, we've been friends for a while now. He's an upcoming studio engineer. Does everything from home, top notch. What's going on, man?
Appreciate you, bro. I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
So, what have been some of your latest projects going on right now?
Projects. Right now, I feel like a lot of the stuff I'm working on is unreleased and is just sitting there. That's the biggest gripe I have about being an engineer. Can't always decide when things are being dropped. Got a lot of stuff with Stony, Key the G. Um, Mainly the stuff that's out right now that you could check out is the ciphers with Control or Sin City ciphers. Very happy with how all of them came out. To be honest, I did D Bangers, I did Stonies, and I did Vase. She also goes by Vay as well. Yeah, that's some stuff you can check out right now. But I also got all my reels and stuff like that too.
I mean, Sin City Cyphers was dope as hell.
Yeah.
All the artists on there were incredible. I mean, I had a part to play in filming some of those shots
Oh,
on the
that's
strip.
cool. I didn't know
So,
that.
I mean, I got to be there with the artists and actually like talk to them a little bit, get to be in front of them and actually film some of their sides and angles, bro. I mean, they're incredible artists. Shouts out to Contrell, doing big things to fucking put the city on, man. Big things.
Bro, it's crazy. It's super crazy because he told me he was gonna do it, and that's the thing, bro. A lot of people say they're gonna do things, but he did it exactly how he said he was gonna do it too.
He's a stepper for sure,
Yeah,
bro.
it's cool, super dope.
So, you know, how long have you been an engineer for?
I'm gonna count, when I started recording myself because you're engineering your own music. So I got my first USB mic, plugged right into the computer in 2016. So I was 15, I think.
Damn, that
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah, because it was during school, so I wasn't even my birthday's in July, so I was 15 still.
Wow.
Started out with that. It was like that for a long time. A lot of the stuff I knew was just from YouTube. I think the dude's name, it popped up in my head. It's this dude named Crab Lord, bro. If you go on YouTube and look his stuff up, like that's gonna give you some nostalgia from back in the day. Like stuff like that is how I learned just from YouTube for a while. And up until I would say 2020, it was something I was very passionate about, but I didn't necessarily know the direction I would go. For a while, it was, and I still like making my own music and being an artist, but over time, especially towards 2020, late 2020, early 2021, it really shifted into me just recording my friends and just helping them and elevating their sound and experimenting that way because I stopped being caught up in the music making and more the technical side of things, and that's what excited me more
Right.
was like making this vocal stand out more while the beat is still hitting. Like that was, and even still now I feel like
Yeah.
that's something I could still learn how to do better because you're always growing. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. um
Do you remember what it felt like to make that first song?
Bro, yeah, I do. I still remember the moment that I decided I was gonna make music. Like I was walking home from someone's house, a homie's house or something, and I was with my friend Joey, and I remember. I remember everything. I remember looking at the street lights and we were saying like we're gonna make music, and not I think that night we went to his house and he had like a USB mic too, and he just recorded me and like just lined it all up. We didn't mix it or nothing, and we just posted it. What's crazy is it got like 100K plays, like or like
Damn.
140K plays or something crazy over time, and it's trash. It's horrible, but we just put it out and it was cool, and it's like nothing I would want to show anybody now. But like I just kept doing it, and at the time, like I I really wish I could get it back because I was like delusional about
Right.
how good it was. Like
Right.
I swore it was the greatest thing ever, and I mean that's all. Like the confidence is the difference. Like that's the difference maker for real. But um, the first, like, that feeling is crazy. Like, it's one of the most satisfying, and then you want everyone to hear it, you know, like, it's the greatest feeling ever, bro. And I feel like that feeling has shifted into engineering, especially when it's, you know, people now with BandLab. Like, I feel like
They
people
go crazy on BandLab.
Yeah, but I also feel like their perception of what sounds good is kind of
It's different.
it's different.
Absolutely
now.
different.
So it's like when you, not saying I do like what I do is the right way of doing it, but when you show them what that possible next level is, like, man, that I'd do it for free.
Right.
Like, if we didn't have to pay bills, bro, like, it's.
So, do you think that over time that like that feeling of making music for yourself changed into the anticipation changed into wanting to make music for other people?
Oh yeah.
Like that excitement of because it sounds like you were excited at some point to make music for yourself. I need to make the next song. Did that excitement change into helping people make their music?
Yeah, definitely. The first person that I really locked in with was Brizo. He was like, I don't even remember how we linked. Like, I think he just came over one day and just like watched me record, and we just smoked and chilled, and eventually, like, he was going to Glass House at the time, which was a studio out here in Vegas. So he knew, like, hearing his music mixed well, like, I was like, whoa, like, that was my first time hearing someone that I knew sound good.
Right.
Like,
it was a reality check, kind of.
yeah, and it was like, yeah, you got some work to do. And really, it was just locking in with him, making music with him. For a while, it was us making music together, but then it slowly just, you know, I would say my motivation for I ran into I want to say like a depressive state with my own music for a little bit, because it would be like a thing where I would lock in and then I would fall out, and then it'd be this thing where I'd be listening to my music and I would like yearn for that time. I'd be so stuck in the past or whatever it may be, right? But when I helped other people make music, like, it was cool. So like, and for a while that's all it was just me helping Brizo and Ochos as well, just making music, just having fun. With your stepbrother as well. I have to, you know, talk about that as well. Like, he was one of the first people to ever,
dude,
you know,
yeah, we can get onto that later. We'll get into that later, because that is probably deeper. It's deep, and it was like such a staple into like kind of where we both led our lives to.
Yeah.
Now I want to touch base, just kind of like,
my bad. I'm sorry if my answers are super long.
No, bro. This is your space, bro. You take whatever time you need. I want to touch base on your childhood a little bit. Like, are you born and raised in Vegas?
Yes, sir. Born and raised northwest-ish. I think people would just consider it the west side, kind of. The high school I was zoned for was Cimarron. I literally lived right around the corner from there.
Really?
Yep. Still drive up there sometimes just to see where I used to live, bro. Like, my dad still lives over there. Went to James B. McMillan Elementary School. Then went to Becker. Got expelled from Becker. Brought some alcohol to school, trying to impress a girl, bro.
Yeah.
Ruined both of our, bro. In 8th grade too, bro. At the end of the year, like, I ruined it for both of us. Then started going to Johnson. And
Johnson,
yeah,
I've been there twice, bro.
Johnson was fun. Like, Johnson was cool. I wish, honestly, like, towards the end of middle school, I was wishing I just went there. Like,
right.
Like, that shit was fun. Then we moved to, I guess this is the south side, huh? Desert Oasis is the south side, like, so
southern Las Vegas.
Yeah. Moved over there, went to DO. Well, I started, my freshman year was at Cimarron, and then we moved, and I started going to DO, and that's where I graduated from. Almost got expelled senior year as well. I don't know what it is with me, almost getting to the end and trying to get expelled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, he let me walk still, so that was cool.
Hell yeah.
And it was 2019, so I got literally the last, like, real graduation for a while. So, and I never would have known in the moment how, like, much I would think about that. And then 2020 would come, and
yeah, bro,
it was crazy.
Do you feel like, or when you look back at your childhood, do you find any signs that were apparent to you that like music was gonna be something you pursue?
Yeah, definitely. I remember being in the back seat going to kindergarten, listening to Eminem, like knowing the words already.
Yeah.
Like with my
Damn.
mom. Like
What
mom
song?
bro, the lose yourself for sure. Clean, you know what's crazy is cleaning out, I don't know why, but cleaning out my closet was just my shit back in the day, bro. I can go on, bro. All Marshall Mathers LP, both of them, bro. Like all, I love Eminem, bro. I can't speak for what he's been doing nowadays. I haven't really kept up. Um, my mom is extremely musical. I can't even name all the instruments I watched her play.
Right.
I remember like there used to be a lot of parties going on a little bit in my household, but one thing I do remember from my childhood is like karaoke nights. Like my mom and my stepdad and some friends, like they would just like I do remember one fond moment when my grandma had passed away. There's this song called Seasons in the Sun. I don't remember the artist off the top of my head. It's a very old song. And I like still to this day remember listening to them sing that like for my grandma. And like I do feel like those early moments is what made me love music so much.
They impact
you know?
you.
Because I seen how much my mom loved music.
Right.
You know? I feel like the only factor that my mom never had was the person to record.
Right.
That's the only thing. But we still got time.
Right. Hey, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you're pretty close with your mom now, right?
I've always been close with
Yeah.
my mom, bro. I love my mom. Like she's my everything, bro. She's my rock. She's my world, bro.
Hell yeah.
Without my mom, there's no me.
Yeah, bro. I totally get it, man. So you're 15. I mean, that's right around the time your sophomore, junior year,
Yeah.
right? What were you doing around that time? I mean, leading up to you making your first song. Were you just like out all the time? Were you just fucking like, were you a book nerd?
So you're saying when I was 15?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
so
take up those 6 months of you leading up to like before you made your or recorded your first song at all. Like, where was your life at that moment?
so I was so even further back before that, like 2012-ish.
Wow.
I was even still now, bro. I love playing video games, but during the trick shotting era, the real ones will know for sure. The Instagram era was peak.
Because you
bro.
got some cloud tricks on, right?
I did, bro. Man, the ones that know exotics know, bro. I don't go by that name no more, but I used to go by exotics, bro, and that shit was fun. Shout out my boy Nexon. Shout out my man. All of them,
Good
bro.
times.
It's. But basically though, around that time, I was playing a lot of video games, bro. I was I was homeschooled for my sophomore year, or no, yeah. So actually, it was junior year
Really?
because I didn't turn 18 until after I graduated, bro.
Oh, so you were an early bloomer.
Yeah, bro. Like I was 13. I was 12 in freshman year.
Holy shit.
Like it was weird, bro. But I was playing a lot of video games, and at the time I had some clout. Like, you know, there was a couple posts that would get a couple thousand likes. I really should have kept that going and turned it into a streamer thing, but I don't regret nothing though.
Right.
For sure. But during that time, it was still recording with 2 monitors, one recording my game and one, you know, playing the game with a bunch of people on the internet I've never met and still haven't met to this day,
Right.
but still talk to here and
Yeah.
there. But yeah, I was still trick shotting. Loved that shit. I think around that time we were playing Black Ops 3, I think, in 2015. So I was playing the game, bro, being a nerd.
Black Ops 3, bro.
Being a nerd. We're on Black Ops 7 now.
I know.
And it's
Bro,
trash. And it's horrible.
Bro, I haven't touched video games in so fucking long, bro.
Yeah.
Like the last campaign that I think I actually enjoyed was like Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
That was the last campaign. Every game I played after that, like World at War, I stopped at that, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done with this.
You're
shit.
talking about World War II.
World War II, yeah.
World at War was fire. That's like OG COD. That's where not like Nazi.
Not that world. That's like Call of Duty 3.
Yeah, no.
I'm not talking about Call of Duty 3. I'm talking about World War II.
Yeah.
Or I was just like, bro, I can't even get through this game.
Yeah.
'Cause I was always a campaign type of dude. If the campaign wasn't good, I didn't play the game.
So it makes it even worse if you know what trick shotting is, right? I was spinning around in circles, bro. So
Yeah.
that's what I did, and I loved it, and it was dope. I remember, bro. I would literally get in, bro. I was supposed to be in bed sleeping, and I would hit some shit that I've been trying to hit for so long,
Right.
and I wouldn't care, and I would just start screaming, bro, because I don't care. Like, I know I'm about to get grounded, but I just hit it, so
Right.
it doesn't matter. Boom, done recording. Take the controllers. It's whatever. But yeah, around that time, it was slowing down, because like that era is gone, and I would do anything.
Completely gone.
I would do anything to go back and just. It wasn't even Discord, bro. It was Skype. I would do anything to hop on Skype with the boys one more time, bro.
Bro, I mean, you heard that phase is like broken up now.
Yeah, that whole thing is just. I don't know. I don't know the nitty and gritty. All I know is just the way I used to love Banks, bro. I used to love Banks.
I love watching Rain, bro.
I loved Rain
and their
too.
New York house.
Yes, bro.
Those New York house videos, bro.
I was watching before that shit. I was watching when Rain had his first, the white girl he was with, and he was still in high school in his mom's crib, and he hit that 1440 on Carrier.
Wow.
Yeah, like I remember, he used to do daily FFA videos where he would every game he hit a shot, and he's just talking casually just about some random shit. And I'm like, dude, I trick shot on bots. Those are real people.
Yeah, bro. And then the whole thing of when they moved to California, and then because I fucked with FaZe Rug heavy too.
Yep.
And then
loved Rug. Rug was cold on the sticks too.
Yeah. And then Rug got the mansion for his family, and then everybody moved to California with Rice Scum, and they all
Rug played it right. Out of all of them, Rug has played it the best, bro. In my opinion,
bro.
He did his thing. And Jev. Do you know FaZe Jev?
I think so, but he's the blonde one, right?
Yes, he's the one that used to rage all the time. Yeah, there's this it's the flashbang clip from MW3 from back in the day. I'll link you. You'll remember that, bro. You'll remember it. He's one that has kept true to himself. That I feel like YouTubers can be inspirations, bro. And he's been an inspiration of just staying true to yourself and just keeping out of everyone else's bullshit, and has still been a part of one of the greatest things to ever happen for gaming. His FaZe. And yeah, and he's just kept doing his thing. The only reason he acknowledged it was because I think it was FaZe was just over now. So it's just let me make my video real quick. But yeah, Jev and Rug, Rain. Banks was cold back in the day on the game though. He used to throw them tomahawks in the air. He used to be crazy with it. I really miss that time of gaming, bro.
Bro, I was probably 10 years old.
You were a baby, bro.
6. So let's say it was 2026, and then we're talking about 2015. So that's 11 years. I'm 11 years old, bro.
Yeah.
11 years ago, I was just 11 years old, and
yeah.
At the time I was living with my mom and my stepbrother, and bro, all we would do is play fucking Call of Duty, bro. Just play Call of Duty all day long. I remember those days. But so, you're playing video games all the time. You're in high school. I mean, did you live a typical Vegas lifestyle during high school?
I don't think so.
No.
I wasn't, bro. I didn't learn how to ride a bike until I was about to end elementary school. I didn't really go outside a lot, and it was because of my mom. She was very protective of me and my brother, and honestly, I think it was for the best, for sure. My bad. You want to ask me that question one more time?
Nah, bro. You're good. Keep going.
I lost my train of thought.
Oh, I'm fucking dead.
My bad.
So, did you live that typical Vegas lifestyle in high school? I mean, for myself, bro, I partied all through, high school. Even with one leg, bro, I'd show up to parties on crutches, bro, and hop on the tables and take shots with people and shit. Did you live that typical Vegas lifestyle?
No, not at all. Not at all. The first and only party I ever went to, my stepdad busted the door down and dragged me out of that motherfucker. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. Never been that type. I've had my, around the Lil Peep era, I definitely had my go around with Zans, bro. That was definitely, especially because during that time, especially with my family, it was just a hard time. So, you know, it was the cool thing, and I was going through something. So it's like that's just a recipe, you know. Um, Other than that, and even that, like that was just me at home by myself.
Yeah.
Like, you know, um, really,
Isolated.
yeah, really. I would say I didn't even really start making a lot of friends. Like I had friends and stuff, but I didn't really like start going out and like hanging out with people and like walking around Vegas and doing any of that until like end of sophomore year, junior
Mm.
year. So like, no, not really. I mean, yeah, other than the Zans, no.
I felt you on that, man. When did Austin come into play?
So you know what's crazy is I feel like for certain people in my life, bro, I have this like staring problem. I have a constant staring problem. But for certain people, like certain important people, like my best friend Eddie, when I first met him, I couldn't stop staring at him when I didn't know him. Austin was the same way. We had PE together. He was a junior and I was a freshman. So honestly, actually, your brother is the reason why I had got homeschooled freshman year.
Damn.
Yes, because my mom did not want us to be friends. Didn't end up working out because she caved the next year, let me go back to school. But yeah, freshman year I was friends with another one of his friends, and we just became homies. But yeah, I remember like the first week of school when you're getting to know your classes and stuff. He was just always catching my eye for some reason. And your brother is definitely someone that was very impactful, especially in the sense of like he got me to be the first, like he was the first one to get me to write down lyrics. They were trash, but I did it though, and it started it. And he was cold back in the day,
Yeah.
like
The freestyles that he would spit off the top of his head were insane. I mean, like we can say that like Austin was I hate to be so blunt about it, but just like musically inclined, but in a sense a wasted potential as well when it comes to music and art and stuff. Like he was just like ahead of the time for himself, and at the same time he was the only thing in his way.
and I mean, I'm most strong because with the family I was raised by and just the things that I've seen, I strongly believe anything is possible. He could go and be greater than us today, like, or not today, but you know what I'm saying.
I put that work back
in. He can start the moves today.
Yeah.
To be 15 years from now, he could be, but it's just about starting those 10,000 hours, bro, and deciding what you're gonna put that 10,000 hours into doing, and then even if you put that 10,000 hours in it, like it still doesn't matter at the end of the day. There is some luck into it, and also but the thing is I feel like the luck that people describe is just like you got lucky because you decided to do that thing that day, and instead of being lazy, so it was lucky. But really, you were just those small dubs just stacked onto each other, and it feels like it was luck. Really, you put in the work for that, but.
I agree
to a certain extent, but yeah, sometimes you can't always help people. You can't always tell them what to do.
I mean, definitely it was. I think he impacted us in like such a negative and positive way.
Yeah,
he pushed us creatively in like such an insane way, because like he set the bar so high.
Yeah,
like he set. When it came to rapping or music or art, I mean, he just set the bar so high and we were so young and impressionable that we felt we had to be on the same shit.
And he was genuinely cool as fuck though. That's the thing, like
super popular,
yeah.
Had all the girls,
like,
bro. It was insane. Like I think that like for us, like at the time, you're only 2 years older than me, right?
I'm 24.
24. I'm 22. So at the time, you're like 15. I'm 13.
He's 17.
And he's 17, right? Yeah. Obviously, I'm like, bro, this motherfucker is the coolest person I ever met.
Yeah, bro. I don't want to go as far as to say like I wanted to be him, but I would start to replicate things like him.
Yeah,
when I was younger.
I did the same thing too.
I would start adopting certain things from him, bro. But I do feel like, some of those things may have already been in me, but certain people can.
And I think that's where you, like, growing up comes into a play. You realize that certain people bring out traits that you don't like,
Yeah.
and certain people you realize really quick. But you have to go through those people in your life to realize, like, whoa, like, I need to be more cautious on who I let around me,
Yeah.
because I didn't realize who they were at first, or I was too impressionable. Now I need to guard myself, and that's where you start closing off to the world, and you get so, I guess, on the defense mode every
Yeah.
time you step outside. I,
Yeah.
I mean, for Austin, I mean, he did that to me at least, and I
Oh
won't
yeah.
speak for you. Um, so around that time you graduated, what you were just making music? What were you doing? What was your main priority after you graduated, or around that time you're about to walk?
So, well, I was living with a girl at the time at my mom's house.
Okay.
So, really, right after high school, right after I walked, um, it was pretty much like thinking about moving out like right away because they didn't really get along too well, um, and me and her were kind of like growing separate ways. Like great person, but like we were just growing into two different people. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I moved in with my cousin around that time, and then not too long after that, like I want to say like 4 to 6 months after that, COVID hit, and I was working at the Speedway with my mom at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, doing fire and safety for a while. It was super cool. I didn't do anything, but I seen a bunch of cool shit though.
Yeah.
Seen a bunch of cool cars.
Yeah.
I got to work in NASCAR where there was a really bad oil spill, and I just happened to be the one that was pulling the string to let the cat litter out to cover up the oil. Super cool. But then COVID hit and nobody wanted to go see NASCAR. I don't think NASCAR was actually no. I remember the meeting at NASCAR where they said that this was gonna be the last one for a while. And I'm a youngster, so I'm not like really understanding how crazy it is because I don't think like that kind of stuff cancels. Like they're not gonna have a NASCAR next year. Like, what do you mean? Or actually, I think it was going into NASCAR season. So it was just crazy. I remember like seeing all the older people like, damn, like this is getting crazy. Like, and that job closed off. I was still making music at the time, but I wasn't really like posting it or showing anybody. I was showing my parents and stuff. I think we were making music at the time, so like you were seeing it and stuff. But um, then that job like it came and went, and then I started working at a gas station. And I feel like around this, I started working at a gas station doing a car wash. Eventually became a supervisor doing that. It was cool, paid like shit, and I really wish I would have put my time into other places because that I wasn't, bro. Let me just keep it real. Like at the time, I was not used to working hard, like at all. And not that that is even working hard, but I'm going from high school to like outside doing 100+ cars, like getting paid shit, and it really like it really consumed me. Like I stopped for a while, like towards the end of 2021 ish. I stopped recording people. Like it was here and there. I started kind of, I don't want to say like resentment, but like when I would think about making music, like I don't know, I felt like I wasn't good anymore because I also had this problem of always losing my music.
Right.
So it's like now I have nothing to even go back to, and not that that matters. Like I understand that that doesn't even matter now, but at the time it did for me, and I stopped, bro, for a while, and it got kind of depressive a little bit because I'm like, damn, I'm working at this car wash, like I'm not really making music no more. What am I gonna do? And then I got fired from the car wash.
Damn.
Yeah, and I have an extremely supportive family, and is the only reason why I'm even here to have this conversation with you about engineering.
Right.
My grandma and my mom, I believe both my grandmas and my mom, paid for me to do an internship through Recording Connection. Happened to land at a studio named Junction Sound where an engineer that I went to high school with named Shadow happened to be working at. something I was super nervous to do, almost borderline like scared. I'm like, man, my parents are putting all this money behind this. I don't even know if I know how to do this anymore. Like,
Right.
and I just remember like knowing that I knew someone there was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. Like, bro, I remember the interview to go and do it, bro. I threw up in the parking lot right before I went in because I was nervous, bro.
Right.
Because there's like a little onboarding interview, and I attribute so much of like my success or like whatever it may be, however people look at it, to that moment. Like my family pushing me, and then also putting me in a space where I can be around other people that are like-minded and
Right.
and better than me. On top of that, that know more than me. Not necessarily that they're better than me, but that they know more, that they've had more skin in the game, have been doing it for longer. And the internship was with Dawson, and he's worked on Kanye West. At the time, it was like right after he had got Grammy nominated, or I think he got, or no, like he won a Grammy. I think he won the Grammy like in the middle of like my
For Donda.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was like in the middle of my internship. So during that time, and I think he was also working on the Baby NBA YoungBoy album at the time too. So like he was super busy at the beginning of my internship. So really like my teacher at the time was Shadow. Like a lot of the stuff that he taught me, like I remember when the first time I opened up Pro Tools and it looked like a space dashboard. I'm like, what am I looking at, bro? Coming from Logic. And he just broke it down in such simple terms. And also, I mean, it was a part of the internship. It's what I was being paid for. But he was gracious enough to allow me to sit in his sessions and watch.
Wow.
Like, bro, and I still feel like I didn't even soak it up as much as I should have, you know? Like, I still could have did better to soak it up,
Yeah.
you know? I think there was, like, a note on my phone from the 6 months that I did that's maybe, like, a paragraph long, and that's all that I wrote down. But it's because I wanted to be in the moment, though, you know? But, yeah, that's, like, 2021-ish, 2022, I think, around there. But, yeah, like, a lot of the stuff that I learned was from Dom and from Dawson. Yeah, that's around then. And then even after then, bro, like I slowed down for a bit. Like even after I did the internship, I met like a couple artists there that wanted to work with me that don't do this, by the way. They came I met them at the studio, and then they came to my home studio. It's not what you're supposed to do. I didn't know that at the time.
Right. It's pretty much stealing clients.
Yeah, I didn't think about it, but I also talked to Shadow about it too, and he didn't care.
Right.
You know what was even crazier about it? He actually said, your next session, you should pull up and let me show you one of our sessions I have with that artist so you can see what I do. Bro, that is crazy.
Right.
Nobody does that.
So, I mean, in a way, like, Shadow's been kind of like a mentor in the music industry for you, right?
100%,
Yeah.
bro. Even if we don't talk every day, even if, like, I haven't seen him in a while, like, in person, but that's still someone, like, I will always have to attribute something to.
Right.
Him, Dawson. A little bit after that, I locked in with Shaq over at Cash Hills.
Mm.
And that also ignited. And so this was like, I would say a year after or so ish after that, where I was still doing friend sessions, but like, I'm like, I kind of want to make money from this. I just don't know how I start. And I remember one day, like I remember the specific session. I set up a session, and also don't do this, but I set up a session, and then I'm like, I kind of want to get paid for this. So like I just asked them, I'm like, can I get X amount for the session? They didn't want to do it. This was some friends, but I understand, you know. I don't remember what happened, but one thing led to another, and we still just did the session anyways. It was like a 12-hour fucking session, bro. We did shrooms. It was crazy. It was a crazy session.
Damn.
But the moment for me was someone that wasn't originally going to come to the session that came ended up paying me that amount that I wanted without knowing. He had no, you know, like we didn't talk about it or nothing. And that like was just, I'm like, I can get paid for this. And what I started doing after that moment was I started charging $15 an hour. Like that is nothing. Like, but that's what I was working for at my job. So I'm like, if I can go to work for someone else for 15, then I can work for myself for 15. Um, did that for a while, and I don't remember the complete details. I think I just reached out to him, and he just offered me to basically go on his team of engineers, and I did that for a while. Yeah, or not for a while. It was like 3 months or so, up until I want to say the middle of 20 or like the late 2023 ish, around there, and everything was kind of just and also Shaq. That's another person I have to attribute a lot to as well. Um, Working in his studio, being in his studio is what really showed. Like, obviously, it's everything before that too, but I really attribute the small time that I worked at Cash Hills as to where I got my confidence from. Like, that's where I realized, like, okay, I can do this. Like, I may not know everything, but I know enough to wing it, and we'll figure out the next
Right.
step when we get there, And yeah, like, shout out to Shaq, shout out Shadow, Dawson, McDuffie too. I can't leave out McDuffie. I haven't even met bro in person, but just the knowledge that he's given me, and just the paragraphs upon paragraphs of just knowledge that you don't have to give someone, that they went and gave because they may see something in me that was, whatever the case may be. Like, maybe they see me in a spot that they were at one point, so
Right.
they want to help or whatever it is. But that is definitely, like, I'll never be able to say I did it all by myself, because it's just a culmination of all the people that helped me get here,
Right.
and gave me the confidence and gave me the motivation to do it.
Yeah, dude. Man, I think one thing that like I can appreciate is like admiring the people who helped you along the way.
Yeah.
Is everybody likes to say, oh, I did this by myself. I did this alone. I was a lone wolf. I mean, truth is somebody fucking helped you at some point.
Nobody's a
Somebody
lone
picked
wolf.
you out of the litter. Somebody chose you. You don't just walk up on the Grammy stage saying you did it by yourself. You got there from somebody else's help. And I think I can appreciate that out of like you sharing that whole story. Um, where did you go after Cash Shows?
So that was where I was trying to bring it to. So, and I can definitely see his side of things. It came to a point where he can see that I am bringing clients into my home studio, but they're not necessarily translating into the home studio or into the main studio, because I'm charging so less. And I can get it. You're giving people knowledge, and then you're also offering your space. You're giving them sessions, because that's something he used to do as well. When you're on their list of engineers, they're gonna ask, and this is like pretty standard for a lot of studios. Like, they're gonna be like, "Yo, can someone take this session?" Eventually, you gotta contribute. And just at the time, I didn't have motion. I mean, I don't think I have motion now, but like, I got clients that come to me on the regular. I didn't have that at the
Right.
time, so everything was kind of just pointing towards, I need to work on myself. I need to go and, build my own clientele. And at the time, I would say it was the confidence level. I feel like if I had the knowledge, or like the confidence I do now, I probably could have just made it happen in the studio and charged that price and been, because I even tried to do like 10 less an hour for people. It just wasn't working. Like, people weren't booking me. I was just only getting the sessions that he was putting out. And I'm super grateful for that, because within those sessions, that's where I gained my confidence. That's where, like, I may have worked with a client that's getting irritated with me because I'm not moving fast enough. That's where I sharpened I got that from the free work I did with my friends over time, but that's, you're lax, you're chilling. It's not time is money. I didn't know what that was like. So I got that from Cash Hills. And I do believe that I got it from Junction too, because I've seen how they run their sessions, but from being on the team of Cash Hills and seeing how he runs it, and just how, like, he goes about whatever it may be, the deposits, how he sets up sessions, how he expects his clients to respect certain things, and if they don't, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, got a lot. I mean, yeah, like, I got a lot of that from being over there. Even in that short 2-3 months of me being over there. Like
Right.
it was amazing, bro. Like wouldn't change it, bro.
Yeah. Now, transitioning into being like I mean, we can say your home studio is your own studio. You know, I mean, regardless if it's at home or a commercial building, whatever. I mean, you own a business, you own a studio. Do you think it's been hard to kind of transition from being in these major studios to transitioning to doing everything from home, bringing in your own clients, like trying to get people in and building your business from there? Was that like a hard thing for you to do, a hard transition to get into?
I don't know if I would use the word hard, but I would just say I
Challenging,
just didn't know how to do it yet.
right?
And you don't, and no one can tell you. You know, they can tell you how they went about it, but nothing's gonna work until you just try it and see what's gonna work. And for me, it was just like, I mean, I've definitely got more strict on my rules, but at the beginning, I used to just let anyone come over. I used to let anyone come over, and the amount of people was crazy. I used to have a whole bunch of people in my house, but those people now respect the rules and come. You know, 2 people, however much it may be. But it was slowly just like, there's a give and take with this, especially if it's like something that you're chasing your dreams with. Like, you're gonna be in uncomfortable situations. You just gotta decide what you're gonna do. Like what you're gonna allow. And for a little bit, like I said, I did 15 an hour. I was working for nothing, bro.
Not that's pennies, bro.
I was doing 4 hours
Yeah.
of studio time for $60, bro. Like, that is, it's crazy. But the quality also reflected. Throughout that time, I can confidently say, if you go and listen to mixes from 2023, you're gonna pick out some that sound good. But if you listen to the ones from now, you're gonna hear a difference, and that's just because I've been doing it the whole time. But I don't know. Also, I do a lot of things that kind of, I feel like, encourage artists to want to keep booking with me. I like to, give time to people that book time with me. So, like, that allows more time to work with people and to grow with them and, like, develop that relationship with that person. Because that's really what it is. Like, when you're an engineer for somebody, bro, like, you're helping them make their art. Like, for lack of better terms, that's a sentimental thing to be like. That's an intimate thing that you're doing. So, but yeah, I mean, I just focused on that with every person I work with, and it's just, now it's starting to grow because of the cipher thing.
Yeah,
bro, I'm almost like getting anxiety from it, because I'm like, bro, like 40K people looking at my account in a month, like,
bro.
looking at me, bro, like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, but
you did a great job for the engineering with those songs, because you recorded 4 people out of that whole lineup.
3 of them.
3 of them?
I think so, yeah, 3. D, Vay, and Stony.
And Stony.
Yeah.
Cheerio too.
No, Cheerio did his own.
Oh.
And Cheerio snapped, bro.
Yeah.
Cheerio went crazy. But yeah, I appreciate it. The thing is with that one, I feel like because I mixed on the same beat 3 different times, I do feel like by the 3rd one, the mix was like dialed in. But I am happy with all the mixes on that one, and I'm just, it's super dope to be a part of that. And for the next one, I want to be even like more a part of it. It would be super dope if I can record all of them.
Yeah,
that would be great. But
it's just so hard to coordinate that.
It is, bro.
Because I see the struggle that he has just to get the 4 people out there.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that Contrell pulled this all together, like, props to him, because I know he took 2 months just to film that first episode.
Yeah.
It's so hard to coordinate between everybody and their schedules, dude. But I want to see, like, do you think it's important to build relationships with upcoming artists?
I 100% believe that. I mean, especially where I'm at, like, I'm upcoming myself. So it's like, really, I feel like right now the people, I believe in all the people I work with, bro. I mean, obviously you're going to have some people that are making music because they think it's fun and that's all it is for them. But I strongly believe that I work with a lot of talented people, bro.
Really? Yeah.
And it's really, all it is just that it's the luck factor too with social media, but also it's just like the effort. I feel like a lot of people, like, if I don't know though, because I didn't figure it out with the artist thing. That thing is hard, bro. Like, it's a lot of money that you got to put behind it, the videos, all that shit.
The beats, everything.
It goes on and on and on. But I would say it's extremely important to work with people that are below where you are knowledge level, same where you are, people that are better than you. Like it's important, bro, and especially when I don't know where I'm at right now. I really believe that if I keep the same people that I'm working with, I could see them grow and pop off and be like, damn, like I remember recording you in my crib, and now we're at this studio,
Right.
like we're over. Like my goal, really, I would love for one of them to pop off and go on tour, and for me to quit my job and do the live shit. That would be, man,
Right.
that'd
'Cause,
be
bro, I
lit.
mean, you have a whole lineup of people who are just like absolutely supportive.
Yeah,
I mean, they just go to you,
yeah,
and I love to see it because, I mean, Stoney's one of them,
yep,
right? There's three others that I mean, I can't name off the top of my head that like I've seen you constantly record, especially with the reels that you put out. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
I'm gonna name them. If I don't name them, I'm not forgetting you. Stony, Key, Jody, Cheerio, CJ. Um, Off the top of my head, just popped in my head. Someone new that I just locked in with. Two people, Steph and Khalil. They go crazy. Um, this new dude I just met, Matt Diamond. He goes crazy. There's a lot of people, bro. Seti Bands goes crazy. Vonnie goes crazy. There's a lot of, bro. LeJo goes crazy. YLGJ goes crazy. KD goes crazy. All these people go crazy. Like there's so much talent in Vegas, bro. But it's just I don't know. I feel like this is a long conversation that people have had for a long time about why Vegas doesn't have a music scene. I think it does. I just don't think it's
It's
like
it's very 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 underground.
yeah,
Um, I mean, so underground to a point where people can't even see the profit off the work that they're putting in yet,
yeah,
which could be like, I guess it like it sets them off from like actually pursuing that, you
yeah,
know? Because there isn't, it's not like 2016 where you had Puya, Suicide Boys, Lil Peep concerts, underground,
yeah.
50 people shows left and right.
For
Like,
like $50.
yeah, bro. You don't, there's not that. And I think that like, that deters people away from actually pushing to get to that point. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? There's nobody, Vegas doesn't have that super underground scene where somebody's just throwing concerts for $25 a person and people are showing up to just have these low key concerts, mosh pits, and people raving out to them. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
and getting shut down and shit like
Exactly.
back in the day.
Because you used to see that shit with Peep all the time.
Yeah, well,
Used
the
to see
first
Peep.
person I think is X.
X too, yeah.
Like
X
X,
was big.
yeah, bro.
Especially as motherfucker was 16, 17, bro, at Rolling Loud.
Yeah,
Shit like that. But I think I mean like the progress you made has been insane, especially as a friend and you know, as somebody who's like seen you go up and down and up and down and every little step that you taken to put into the studio, to put into getting better, I mean, to put into your craft, bro, and to building relationships. Like I have nothing but the most support for you. Like and I anticipate your success. I mean, I said it with Control and I'm gonna say with you. I mean, you're somebody who's super ambitious where I feel like success isn't even a question.
I appreciate that, bro.
'Cause
I feel the same way with you, bro.
I appreciate that, man.
Like I feel like it's the same thing, if not 10 times more, with what you've been through and like you vote, bro, from even from kids, bro. Cause you and your brother, like one thing that you guys were always like that I looked up to was your creativity
Yeah.
and just how like effortless it was for you, like to just be yourself and just to be creative, bro. And like I guess that's the biggest thing is just to be yourself, bro.
Yeah.
And like and then watching like all the crazy things that I remember, if this is okay to say, like
Yeah, go ahead.
I remember like I was sitting there in the room smoking when we found out what happened with your mom.
Yeah.
Like I remember that, like I was there, bro. And to watch you go through that and like everything I said about my mom earlier, like dude, I lose my mom today. Like I'm not the same. Like
Bro.
I'm not gonna be able to.
Actually, I do want to bring this up because it's been on my mind because it's like I don't think that there will ever be a moment where I can talk about this type of story with anybody else because I'm so directly like and we're lined so close that like I want to bring this moment up because for the people who don't know, like the day I lost my leg, I was with him. Um, like let's go over that story real quick.
You want me just to start from where I would start from? So
I mean, let's start like that. Like I guess I'll take over here. I mean, like I remember being so fucked up that day, so fucked up. Calling you before I went to my grandma or before I went to my stepmom's house, like already off the pills, like already off the Zans, like
and it's
mad
been
fucked
like this
up.
for a
A
while
while.
at this point.
I
So
mean, I mean, I just lost my mom a year and a half ago. Like I had no way to cope, bro. You know, and I was just so fucked up for a long time, and not just that, but I had nobody in my corner telling me to stop or anything. Like I had no support. Obviously, we know my stepbrother. You know, he enabled me to do a lot of things. I don't want to say that because I was impressionable. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I thought what I was doing was the cool thing, the right thing, being fucked up, being young, typical Vegas lifestyle. Obviously,
Plus, there's the pain there too.
yeah. Obviously, that day was my nephew's birthday.
The day that it happened.
Yeah, that's why
Oh, that's why we
we
were
were
all
all
there.
there to celebrate,
Oh
but we're
my
all getting
god.
fucked up in our own
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
We're drinking
I was
beer.
drinking. You were already off of it. You were drinking with us too. And Austin, I don't even remember what Austin was doing.
Austin, he pulled out the boxing gloves.
Yep. See, and this is where the story would start for me. This is where I would really like. Yeah. So I'm gonna just start. Okay, so we had the gloves, and it was fun. Like, anytime me and Austin used to pull out the gloves, it would always just get bad, and we'd like. So I don't think we were boxing, but cause I just remember boxing you, and I just specifically remember like, the whole time you weren't necessarily really even having fun. Like, how can you, right? But I just remember like I remember specifically being down with my hand like this, with one hand down, like looking at you, and I'm pretty sure you used to box.
I did, yeah, I did.
And you're standing there like, you know how you have to use your hip, like
Yeah.
I'm seeing it, like you want to take my head off, like you don't want to have fun, like you're trying to see if you could hit the highest score, bro. And I just remember like getting hit a couple times, seeing white, and being like, all right, let's not box no more. And but basically the point of that is I just remember when we were connecting eyes before we started swinging, like just seeing nothing, like it was just black, and I vividly remember that. And that's when I knew something was wrong, obviously, bro, because like you said, it was still fresh at the time, but I knew there was something very wrong that day. Like, and for me, I just remember like wanting to leave. I want to say I was I think I had to go home for work or something, but I just remember you wanted to come with me, and I almost gave you the ride, but then you told me why you wanted to go
Yeah.
home. You told me you wanted to go home to get more pills. And I had already seen you do what you did. You did some before you came. And I was like, if I take him home, I'm not like, fuck the legality of it. Like, I'm already 18 and you're a kid still. Like, fuck all that.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about like, bro, if I take him and I'm the reason, that's the way I'm going to take it, at least if something happens, right? So I didn't take you home. And, because of that, you then walked home. And we know where that went.
Yeah, bro.
And, like, not to make this, and I feel like for a while, like, that's what I kind of took it as I was making it about me. But it messed me up for a while, bro. Because, like, at the moment, I thought I was doing the right thing.
Right.
Right? And then, then I'm getting a call at 3 o'clock in the morning, like, Austin's crying, bro. Like, he lost his leg. I'm like, I'm ready to hang up because I'm thinking he's fucking with me. And he's just like the wail I heard from him, bro. Like, I've never heard that before. Like, because I'm pretty sure at the time you weren't even responsive yet. So, like, we didn't know. Or I don't remember. I don't fully remember. I don't know if you went unconscious at some point. But I do remember him saying that he thinks you're going to die. And at the time, my girlfriend that I've been with for 6 years, I wasn't even really with her. Like, she was just like kind of like there with me. We were chilling. She spent the night, and she came to the hospital with me. But we just like, I got up, went to the hospital, and yeah, I mean, that was crazy. And then I remember you said you wanted to you wanted to be like standalone, and I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck, like,
Bro,
on his like almost deathbed, this fool is cracking jokes, like.
I know, bro. I mean, like, oh my God, it's just so like, it's traumatizing to think about. And it's also at the same time like mesmerizing to see how far like I came and you came from that moment.
Yeah, bro.
Cause bro, like I was practically borderline pillhead junkie.
Yeah.
Like,
And
and
you were getting them prescribed too, I'm pretty sure, right? Or that was after.
that was
like,
after. I mean, you know, they were just handing me
But then that
prescription
was
drugs
even
like from Zans to Oxys, bro.
yeah.
And they just kept throwing pills in, and then they were like, yep, you're good to go." So then that's where you turn when you're fucking borderline junkie to the streets. And I mean, dude, like, oh my God, that memory was just so crazy because I just remember being like, obviously, it's like you go to bed, bro. Like, you don't know, like, you don't remember going to bed. You just fall asleep and wake up the next morning. It was like literally like, boom, ran over by a train, get picked up. I saw somebody wave their flashlight. Police comes by. They wave the flashlight in my eyes, and I wake up in the hospital the next morning. I just like, obviously, I'm like, I look over to the right side. I'm like, oh fuck, my leg's gone. Like, fucking obviously, it's like a lot more traumatizing than that. Like, yeah, bro, I probably started crying, like hysterically crying, bro. Like, so fucking crazy. That's getting clipped for sure.
Yeah.
Bro, it just, I think that, I mean, not only did that like change me for the better, because like, I mean, I would be like, I don't even know where. So crazy thing is, bro, is one of my friends, like before I even met you, one of my friends from, actually me and Contrell know him. He was on a video that got 12 million views on YouTube where he's living in the sewers. One of our friends that we got, you know, they say the people live under Vegas. I didn't even know. I just haven't seen this kid. I mean, we used to do acid, pills, all sorts of shit together before I lost my leg. And Control was like, bro, you know John, he's on a YouTube video. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, bro, this video got 12 million views. He's living in the fucking...
He's not on the Mick Macy video, is he? Or Mickey Mace or whatever.
I don't know what it is.
The gambler dude?
No, not that one. Not that one.
Okay.
But I was like, bro, that's literally like, if I didn't lose my leg, that's where I would have been with that fool right there in that fucking sewer, bro. Like, the tunnels, bro. Like, I mean, I was literally like borderline junkie, popping pills on my step, not even popping them, snoring them at that point.
And it didn't even immediately get better afterwards, because then you had an actual supply that you can get them from.
And then
legally,
like,
in your name.
Honestly, I don't even know what happened. I think, like, I mean, I know what happened. I took 15 milligram oxys, like back to, like, I just took a bunch of the 15 milligram oxys. I mean, all of them. I spent $150 on these pills, and I was like, okay, but I'm gonna take them all at once. But that's how high my tolerance was. Like,
yeah, I would die.
Like,
I would probably OD.
The fact that I didn't die, like, I literally sat in my bed at my grandma's house. Nobody knows that I'm taking these oxys. My family doesn't know. They didn't put the time into like actually thinking like, oh, you know, Sky might have a drug problem. Yeah, I remember taking 15 milligram oxys, and I thought I was gonna die. And after that, I woke up the next morning. I was like, the fact that I didn't die, I was like, wow. And then I tested that theory 2 more times, and after those 2 times, I was like, yeah, maybe I need to change something. And then, yeah, I stopped taking the pills, and like you said, it didn't happen right away, but I leaned off of them. And
because you weren't even working out right away or nothing, bro.
Like, bro, I gained so much weight.
It took some time. You know what? You know what's so crazy is I feel like the growth that you have made, like, overshadows like in my brain, it naturally wants to say once you lost your leg, that's when But it's like, no, they're still
I
like,
know, like there's a huge gap. There's
yeah,
2 years that I didn't
at
do
least.
anything, bro.
Same with
From
me though.
16 to 18, like
Around that
16 to
same time,
18,
same with me though. Like it's,
bro. Yeah, like that. That's so.
but you know what's so weird though about our, and I was thinking about this on the way over here. I feel like, especially like, it all lined up perfectly where people were blowing up and getting rich and famous and turning into icons at 16, 17
Yeah,
years old,
bro.
around the time that we are 16 and 17 years old. So then it doesn't work out for us, or
So then, yeah, we get in our head. We,
bro,
absolutely.
like, and I feel like that definitely happened for me, bro. Like 100%. Cause I mean, even now it still creeps into my head, like, bro, I'm about to be 25 this year. Like when I was a kid, the cool age that I thought was the cool age was 25.
Yeah.
I'm about to be it, bro. Like,
Right.
and that shit's crazy. But to some people, like, I'm past. Like, it's like my time came. I didn't. But that's just not the way I look at it, bro. And especially because a lot of the people that I have, like, even if I haven't met them, like off the top of my head, like McDuffie, like watching what he does and knowing that he's like, I'm not gonna say his age because I don't want to say he's 30 and he's not, but however old he is, like I know that he's older than me, and it's like he's killing it. If anything, like he's peaking right now because it's like everything he's working, all the artists he's working with, and it's just gonna keep going up because it's, once it starts going up, like if you keep on it, like it's just gonna, more success is gonna come.
Yeah.
But that's someone that's older than me, that has told me that, at my age, like not everything was figured out yet.
Now, one thing I want to say is like the music industry is twisted. I'm sure, like, have you had any thoughts about like being scared to step into the mainstream music industry and like being afraid of like what could happen, what you might see, or what you might go through?
I'm horribly terrified, bro. To be honest with you, because
Like encountering a Jay-Z or something.
well, because I don't know, man, because I 100% believe in God. I'm a God-fearing man, like, and I do believe that this world is owned by the devil, bro. Like, it's ran by the devil for sure. And the devil was a musician. Like, he used to sing in heaven or whatever, however it goes, right? So it's, I definitely feel like I'm gonna come across some things that may make me uncomfortable, but I just feel like at the end of the day, like, if I just stay true to myself and just, like, I don't know, bro. The worst thing you can do is overthink shit. Like, you just gotta just do it.
Right.
So I feel like as long as I keep to that and just stay true to myself, what's gonna come is gonna come.
Yeah. Have you ever felt like, how do I even put this? Like, your faith and your relationship with God will impact probably or limit how far you actually make it in the music industry, knowing how evil it is. Have you ever thought or felt that way?
Yeah, I think about that literally all the time, especially because I don't feel like I'm anywhere close to the perfect Christian at all. Like, I definitely feel like I've got to improve on a lot of things, and also I feel like I'm still questioning exactly what that even means for me to be a Christian or to be like that,
Right.
I do know that there's something that we're here for a reason, bro. And we were put here by someone that loves us, and I do believe like we don't put our, like, he doesn't send us to hell, we send ourselves there, 100%. So I do feel like in the music industry, you're definitely gonna encounter certain things. I haven't necessarily encountered them myself yet. And I don't think I'm gonna know how I'm gonna deal with it until it just happens.
Yeah.
And also, I don't even know if that shit is real too.
Right.
And I feel like a part of the reason why I chase it is because you hear like all those conspiracies all the time about.
Yeah.
Like, part of me just wants to fucking know. Like,
Yeah.
the only way I'm gonna know is if I get successful in this shit and I get in the same room as those people. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like at that point it'll let me know. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are closeted and believe in God too. You know what I'm saying? And just don't put it out there as much.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it's like I feel like in the music industry, it's such a cutthroat type of industry that like you gotta be hard, stuck up, like
Yeah.
almost have that like that ghetto type
That
of,
grit to you.
yeah,
You gotta.
like that hard take it on the chin mentality. You can't be like I'm a god, I believe in God, or I'm soft. You can't show weakness.
Yeah.
Is it's not only will you be taken advantage of, but you get looked upon like you're supposed to be this person from the streets talking about doing everything the rap culture says is
Yeah.
slinging drugs, pimping girls out, whatever it is. You know what I mean? And so like when you come to an industry like that, you gotta be hard, or at least put that impression in front on.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I don't want to say hard, cause bro. It don't take.
at least for an artist.
Oh
Not
yeah.
necessarily an engineer.
Oh yeah.
Definitely for artists.
Well,
You
I
know
mean,
what
I guess if that's the character and the lane that you're taking, you know, like if you want to be what the mainstream usually receives and puts on the ground, you know, that actually pushes, yeah, you're gonna probably fall into that, you know, category. But I mean, there's artists and shit that aren't really related to that kind of category of music. But I see what you're saying, like, especially with hip hop and stuff. I don't know. I feel like a lot of it is a character too. Like a lot of the rappers have even said it too. Like you got to think about the character that you're putting on in your music
for entertainment.
and then turn it off when you're at home. Like I want to say it was Low Shimmy that I seen say that on a video, and it's like that's what it is. A lot of people, but that's where it gets twisted because a lot of people, you know, you got to stand on what you're gonna say, especially in your music and especially if it pops off. So it's like
Yeah.
you just got to know what you want to put out in the world, bro. Because
Right.
what you put out, you're probably gonna get back. So
And the cool thing nowadays, bro, is like you don't even need to be mainstream to make income off of music.
yeah,
Independent artists are blowing up left and right.
you seen what LaRussell's doing?
LaRussell's going crazy.
Like, bro, he's getting 10 bands, 12 bands
from Snoop Dogg and
Yeah,
shit, bro.
bro,
Endorsing the album, like
that's
and crazy.
I don't even listen to LaRussell, but it's because I'm very hyperbolic with music, bro. And especially since I became an engineer, like I only listen to what I record.
Yeah.
I need to really like tap in with him, but just seeing like his passion and just seeing like what he's doing for the Bay Area, like that's like.
But we need somebody.
That.
We need that.
We need
absolutely
that,
in Vegas for sure, because I mean, there's a bunch of talented people, and yeah, they make some cool videos here and there, but like nobody is passionate who is willing to be like, let me hop on social media every single fucking day and make these videos and put myself out there. You know, there's nobody out there doing that. Yeah. There's a lot of talent, and a lot of people have great videos. It's not hard to come across, you know,
great
a decent
music too.
Yeah, it's not hard to come across great music with a decent videographer. But the fact is, like, there's nobody out there who's doing it every single day, 5, 6, 10 times a day.
Yeah.
Because reality, right now, that's what it takes.
Yep.
That's what it takes. And
especially
I feel
with
like
AI and all this other shit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So
it's not bad. Like it's not terrible. Like AI can
make decent music, bro.
No, I mean like the tool within itself.
Oh.
Like it can be used to enhance you, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to put in that work now, bro, especially if you want to be an artist.
Is there any final thoughts you want to put out into the world that you want people to know?
Yeah. The difference between the person that's doing what you want to do and where you're at is the confidence level and the delusion that you can do it even when you may not be at that level yet, believing that you are already and just doing it, bro. Just even if you don't have all the parts to make the machine work, just, you know, get the first couple things, bro, and just start doing it. Because especially if you obsess with like, you need this so you can start. Oh, because once you get that, you're gonna need this. It's just gonna keep going, and it's never gonna. You're never gonna be satisfied until you just start doing whatever it is you want to do, and you start seeing it work. However long that takes, I can't say, you know, because it's still not even 100% working for me. I'm still a work in progress, but yeah, that's the biggest thing I can say, bro. The difference between the person that you want to become and the person that you are is the confidence level. That's it. And just doing it and just winging it. That's it.
I agree. I think that's a great final thought, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on to the podcast. Thank you. Once again, this is my great friend Gage, HALFDEADVAY on Instagram. I mean, if you guys are an artist looking for a book, I'll throw his at on the screen right now. Get that going.
Appreciate you for having me, bro.